A great attendance today. Thank you so much for coming. And welcome to what we're calling Building on a Vibrant Legacy. When we built the East Wing, many of you may remember, this was the greatest expansion of St. Mary's history, and we called that construction project Building on a Vibrant Legacy. Won't the people getting off the elevator be surprised to see that? So we called that Building on a Vibrant Legacy, so now this is Building on a Vibrant Legacy. 99 years and 5 months ago, we opened the original St. Mary's Hospital, pictured behind me, and still part of our current facility. In December 1910, Sister Mary Valeria Lang and Sister Henrico Nicolay arrived in Madison from St. Louis to oversee construction of the new 70-bed St. Mary's Hospital. Ground was broken in April 1911, the cornerstone was laid in October 1911, and the doors opened September 22nd, 1912. The total cost was $157,000 for the building and $20,000 for equipment. The East Wing cost a little more than that. In fact, everything costs a little more. Doesn't it, Jeff? Doesn't it, Rich? So how times have changed. Hopefully, you've had a chance to look at the floor plans that we have from the original building. We found these tucked carefully away in our plant and maintenance department. The fragile originals were copied, and then we added some photos. Today, we're unveiling a new 3D version of the original hospital made entirely from Legos. Legos have been an important part of our lives for any of us who have had children or been children since 1958, when the plastic building blocks were introduced in their current form. And it's interesting, on a personal note, my German grandmother brought me Legos back from Europe when she used to go back to visit her family in Germany before they were actually imported into the United States. And she'd bring me these things back, and I'd say, "What are these?" Too bad we didn't invent them, huh? So Legos, when you think of Legos, you think of creativity, innovation, planning, and growth. So how perfect is it today that we're unveiling a Lego sculpture for our hospital, which represents the same culture and the same values over these past 100 years in having the privilege of serving people in our community. I'd like to make a couple of introductions. First of all, I want to thank all of you for coming today to take this moment to acknowledge, or to be here with us. And again, I want to acknowledge a few of our guests. First, I want to acknowledge the architect and creator of our Lego St. Mary's, A.J. Heatley. When you see his work in a moment, you'll appreciate just how talented he is. And if I were you, Rich Lynch, the CEO of Findorf, is here, I'd put an option on him right now. Because he's definitely going to be, I've seen the model, he's going to be a high draft pick somewhere. AJ is 13, and he's a 7th grader at Savannah Oaks Middle School in Fitchburg, which thankfully excused him for this important unveiling. AJ's been building Lego models since he was 5 years old, and his special interests, not surprisingly, are architecture, engineering, and music. You heard that, Rich, didn't you? And kudos on the music thing too, AJ. I also want to acknowledge AJ's mom, Dr. Diane Heatley. Some of you may know Diane. She's a UW Health physician and sees patients regularly on our neonatal intensive care unit. So Diane also is a great member of our St. Mary's family. Like any building project, this one had some cost associated with it. Not quite as much as the original hospital, but some. And part of the funding was very generously provided by our friends at Findorf, where construction experts also spent some time with AJ to share about how they go about designing buildings. We'd like to thank Findorf, represented here by their CEO, Rich Lynch, also Jeff Tubbs, Jake Clausen, and Tom Faust here. Let's have a hand for our Findorf. We have some representatives from our St. Mary's Hospital School of Nursing here as well. I see Rosemary Burcham. Mike McEddigan was going to come. Mike's over here, he's president of our Alumni Association. While the school closed in 1974, it is still a very important part of our history, and we're pleased that the alumni were open to let us utilize this display, which has had the history of nursing in it as well, to showcase the Lego St. Mary's. Do we have any other School of Nursing graduates with Claire's here too? Of course, and Bonnie. No group is more passionate about our history than our wonderful St. Mary's retirees. We have some retirees here with us today as well. And apparently they decided not to come back. Oh, there, Mike, of course. So special thanks go to our maintenance staff who have done a very creative job of preparing this space, including hanging the fabric mural as well. Bill Bennett, Kevin Farrell, and Ed Crean were especially involved in this. Let's see, I saw some of them here. Bill, Kevin, and Ed here?
They're in the back.
Yeah, in the back. There you go. Thank you for your help. And lastly, I want to acknowledge the coordination for this project provided by our Public Relations Marketing Department, most notably Janet Adams and Kelly Sheremy. Janet and Kelly are so passionate about this project that they personally and very gently, they didn't trust Steve Sparks and I, hand-carried the model from its delivery point in Alumni Hall to its place of honor here. Where are Janet and Kelly? The main purpose of today's event is to unveil this delightful model. However, since the focus is our vibrant legacy, we've also promoted this an opportunity for you to bring interesting St. Mary's memorabilia to share. If you're willing to part with it, we'll gladly take a look and see if it's needed in our archives. If we don't have anything like it in the archives, but you want to keep it, we have a scanner on hand today and we'll make a replica. And please talk with our Public Relations and Marketing Department folks later if you have something at home that may be a unique addition to the archives. For some fun, we've also brought some old hospital newsletters from 1967 to 1986 for you to peruse, over on the table there, I believe. Please take a look and see what the top stories were and what some of our colleagues 20, 30, and 40 years ago looked like. Recently at a neighborhood breakfast, one of my neighbors handed me a bulletin from 1969 that had her beloved sister in it, and she said, yeah, well, there was this young staff person at St. Mary's, and I said, she's still here. So we have a lot of that going on. So if you see a photo that you'd like a copy of, please see Stephanie Johnson. Where's Stephanie? Right there. And Stephanie will gladly make a copy for you to take home with you. So now to the main event. AJ, would you please join me up here before we open the curtain? So a word about the model. You're probably visualizing red, blue, and yellow St. Mary's, but actually AJ built the model with two colors of brown Lego, which give the appearance of the original brick. He created the model using only photos of the original hospital. No glue or coating was used, as these are not allowed in official Lego model building. This, of course, makes the model very fragile, which is why Janet and Kelly carried it over here, not Steve and I. And why we've positioned it where it can't be bumped. So a couple of questions, AJ. How long did it take you from start to finish?
About 6 months.
About 6 months. Now, the original hospital took 17 months to build. Pretty good. So we're going to have a contest to guess how many Legos are in the model, so don't tell us the number. But is this the largest project you've ever done?
Yes.
So what are some of the other projects you've done since you've been doing this?
I made a Rube Goldberg machine, which is a machine that does an excessively hard process of steps to do one very simple thing.
Yeah.
I made one of those. And then I made a bank from the movie Public Enemies.
Okay, there you go. So when you started building, did you draw up a plan first, or did you just start building using the photos?
We just used the photos.
Just use the photos. Well, when will you see this? Well, you're a very impressive young man, and as I said, the Findorf people want to meet with you immediately after. So when we open the curtain, we'll invite each of you to take a close look and then place your guess for the number of Legos used in the construction. We have entry forms here for you to complete, or you may go on the internet to place your guess. Make your best guess, please only one per customer. You couldn't have from 1 to infinity, so you'll get it right. And then the St. Mary's family member, employee, physician, volunteer, retiree, or alumna who comes closest will win $100 in honor of our 100-year anniversary. We're also holding a similar contest with the public. Encourage your friends and family to check out the St. Mary's Facebook page or our website, stmarysmadison.com. That's stmarysmadison.com for those of you on the internet. And you can see a photo and place your guess. All guesses must be in by the end of the day, March 15th. All right, so, Steve? Yes, so we do have some memorabilia. We have somebody here who wants to donate something to the archives. right here. That's right. Before we do the unveiling. So, would you tell the folks who you are? Yes, you can. Of course.
My name is Donna Weisensell, and I'm representing the Weisensell family. Betty Weisensell was one of the nurses here, and this is her great-granddaughter, Michaela, and great-grandson, Nathan. Shy, no. We would like to present to St. Mary's the nurse pin that our mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother received at her graduation from St. Mary's School of Nursing, Betty Jane Wilcox Weisensell, or to her friends, BJ. Graduated from Fort Atkinson High School in 1943 and was accepted into the nursing program that fall. She lived here in a dorm with Sister Marie Leonard as their resident nun, and you may recognize that name, ladies. The class graduated in 1946. She was very proud of her career choice, and she continued to be a nurse until the day she died, November of 2006, in this hospital. So, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. You're retreating to the back. And Frank, you have something. Come on up, Frank.
Yeah, I've got these two cadet patches. The nurses also, some of them became cadets during World War II, and this one's off the jacket, this one's off the white uniform.
From?
I'm Frank Weisensell, I'm Betty's son. And
all right, Janet, AJ's going to help you out. Why don't you come over? Do you want AJ there or here?
Right here.
She wants me as far away from the pocket. 3, 2, 1. Well, come on up and take a look. Thanks. You're very proud of him. What do you think?
I don't see you.